Well, we are back in literally the exact same spot we left off the last Hexerei Only video. However, unfortunately, 2 days later. I say unfortunately because that means I haven't been able to farm these. And as I also realized today, literally all of the weapon drops, every single drop I need for the weapon is only open. I think maybe Razor's, yeah, Razor's open, but I don't really want to level Razor's weapon up. But every other drop I need is open on the same days as the talent materials for Prune, Razor, and Mona, which kinda sucks. And I was too busy editing the last Hexerei Only video, which means that I didn't have time to jump on this account to do farming. I was gonna try to level up talents today, but that's not going to be the case. However, what we are going to be able to do is continue on with the Inazuma Archon quest, which is sort of the main goal for this video anyway. So first quest we're going to do today is the Ayaka story quest thingy. Then we'll have to go do the Yoimiya one. We'll do Act 2 of Inazuma, which, if my memory's correct, is the first Raiden fight, and then Watatsumi stuff, which means I'm unfortunately going to need to make my way all the way over to Watatsumi. I don't know if we'll get to the third Archon quest, which I believe is the last one, although I could be wrong about that. But I don't know if I will be able to get to at least the end of that act today, just as I'm running low on time as I need to get the previous video fully finished and edited and posted today. And then this video has got to be fully recorded and edited and scheduled to go out. I think I've got to do all of that tomorrow because we're going to be away on the weekend. So I don't have a ton of time to do this, but we're going to do as much quests as possible in the little time we have. And once again, like the last video, I am going to be zoning out for 90% of these quests because I've done them all three or four times now. I'm pretty sure it's the fourth playthrough. So I couldn't care less about anything that happens in them. Now we get to end off the Ayaka quest with wet socks. Every time I do this quest, I mention it. Also shoes as well. Socks and shoes. I mean, they're sort of sandals, but whatever. That has got to feel terrible on the feet, just squelching around while you're dancing. And with that, that wraps up the Ayaka story quest, meaning now we can go on to my favorite part of the Inazuma quest, which is Yoimiya's story quest. And this one is my favorite of the entire Inazuma quest, purely because Yoimiya is my favorite Inazuma character. That being said, I have yet to do her second story quest on any account. I've never done it before, and I'm pretty sure it released like 2 years ago at this point. Could even be longer, could even be closer to 3 years. And just like that, there is Yoimiya's quest completed, and there is the Act 2 of Inazuma main Archon quest started. That Yoimiya quest has now made me want to go back and get my Yoimiya better on my main account. What the hell are you looking at, Mona? I was going to go do some farming in between quests, but I'm kind of just on a roll now, so I'm just going to keep going until I get sick of it. But really, I've just been watching YouTube videos, so I'll just keep going. Okay, Raiden fight time. Now, if I remember correctly, pretty sure we can just, run away. That was some great running away. But we can just run away, and we won't have an issue with this. We don't need to actually do any damage. But we've got some off-field stuff, so we just might as well do that and kind of, again, screw up all my running away. Let those guys do their thing, and as I sort of thought was going to be the case, but hoped it wouldn't, she's completely immune to Electro, which is fun. I'm hoping that her second phase, the second boss fight we do, she is not immune to Electro. However, I have a feeling she probably will be if she's immune to Electro in this fight, which means I don't think we're completing the Leeway Archon quest for a good while. Not Leeway, why do I keep saying that? Inazuma Archon quest for a good while, because I'll need to wait until I have a not entirely Electro-focused team. I'm also then hoping that we don't actually need to do any damage this fight and we can just run away. I'm pretty sure we can, but I'm hoping that is the case, because otherwise we can't do damage. So I guess whenever I do the last act of Inazuma, it will be up until the Signora fight, and that is it. And this is, I believe, where the fighting is over. We don't actually need to fight the boss anymore. But actually, another thing about it, the Signora fight is directly linked to the Raiden fight. Like, I'm pretty sure the location is, like, you're locked into the location. So, we're not even doing the Signora fight on this account until I get some better teams. Or, not even that, I just need someone who isn't Electro. Well, there is Raiden fight number 1 out of the way. We can do all that without dealing any damage, which is good. Wait a minute. Wasn't there a whole gliding escape thing we had to do? Did they remove, like, an entire section of that quest? Because I swear I remember, like, after that fight, you had to, like, glide your way from over there. There's a bunch of, like, the speed rings you had to glide through, and then you landed over here and did that last little bit of talking to Toma that we just did then. Well, I missed it, but we just hit AR44, which means that once again we are getting ever so close to AR45. And honestly, I think with the quests I'm doing today, dailies, which I do need to claim, but I have completed them, and then any more farming and dailies the next couple of days, we should hit AR45 pretty quick. Which means I should really get stuck into doing some farming so that when we do hit AR45, I can just jump straight into artifacts and not have to worry about character levels or anything like that. But with the little amount of resources I currently have, that's not going to be a quick endeavor. I will most likely still have all of my characters at level 70 by the time I start farming a ton of artifacts. Well, we have now arrived at the Resistance headquarters. So now we luckily get to very, very easily deal... The lightning hit the goddamn thing. Never mind, not as easy as I would like. But we should be able to easily get through this whole archery stuff now. Lightning, if you hit the thing again, I'm going to lose it. But yeah, with Fischl, this is very nice and easy. There we go. Done. Easy peasy. Probably the easiest I've ever done that. Actually, no, that's a lie because I've had bow characters on all my other accounts. Never mind. I've never had to cheat my way through that. Now, luckily, with all the storm, this makes my Electro Charge team do a lot of Electro Charge. And now we have to fix the fence because apparently this little hole just where the wood's missing at the top of the fence, that's letting all of the enemies in, because apparently all the enemies are brain dead and don't know about the giant gaping hole that has not even a rock wall stopping you from going through. And that's Act 2 completed. I thought Act 2 was Watatsumi stuff. That wasn't even that long. That was like half an hour. We literally fought the Raiden Shogun, did a couple stuff at the Resistance base, fought this, and we're done. That was way shorter than I thought. God, that must mean Act 3's crazy long then, because we got Watatsumi, the Signora fight, and the Shogun fight. Okay, well, looks like I guess I could work on this a little bit. I will probably finish up the Watatsumi stuff in this video, and I'll probably leave it there for Inazuma quest until I have someone that isn't Electro. So like Avaka, Nicole, Durin, literally any of the other 5 stars, which I actually don't think we're getting next update. Yeah, no, we get Odette, I think is how you'd say it, the new character in Arlecchino, and Inefa and Flynn's. So that's useless for this account, which means we go on to our 3rd version with 0 Hexerei characters. I started this account at such a garbage time, but I mean that means we get to build up more pools, so that's something I guess. We are currently sitting at 6,000, that is 37 pools plus 8 intertwined. So just round up a little bit and say about 50 pools, which isn't a lot, but I haven't done a lot of farming either, so it makes sense. But yeah, we'll have to put off doing the end of Inazuma for at least one more version, which isn't really that big of a deal because it's not like I'm trying to get to Sumeru or anywhere else. So I can just sort of leave this quest as long as I want because I'm not trying to get anywhere else. But we will head over to Watatsumi today and finish off the stuff over there, which I don't believe is too terribly long. Also, I'm pretty sure there's that Electro monument puzzle thingy-majig happens over there. And I have had issues with that in the past, although again, luckily, Fischl comes in clutch because I can just stand in one location and just shoot with a charged arrow all the monuments. So very, very glad I got Fischl. She is making everything, especially in Inazuma and all Electro stuff, very, very easy. Okay, well, once again, I remembered correctly. And we do have to do this Electro thing as part of this quest. So it is a good thing that I have Fischl because I can just do a quick one of them and boom. That didn't work. It's because that one goes quickest. Okay, hold up. Wait, let me redo it. Let me redo it in the correct order. There we go. Easy peasy. Now, we do have to fight an Electro enemy, which kind of sucks, but luckily, it is not immune to Electro. It's just quite heavily resistant to Electro. Easy peasy. Pretty sure that's the easiest I've ever done that one. Once again, Fischl coming in clutch. And Tepe's grey hairs are also coming in. And now Tepe's coming out of this world. That doesn't really work in a sentence. Bro's dead. Kaput Dunzo. Oh my god, wait, I just remembered because we're progressing to the quest. There's even more stuff they do in this quest because we have the whole Delusion Factory's Scaramouche thing. God, they pack some stuff into this quest. Watatsumi, Scaramouche, Signora fight, Raiden testing fight thing that we have to do with the Aimiko. God, this is so much. There's so much more in this quest than I remember. I thought so much of it was spread out in the second act, but they literally barely did anything in the second act, and everything has been thrown into this last act. Which I guess means we'll be doing more story today than I originally thought, because I got Scaramouche stuff, we got Raiden training fight, and then probably I'll get up to the point right before we go fight Signora. Because at that point, then I am going to need to get better characters. Because, well, yes, I can beat Signora, no problem. That immediately leads us into the Raiden fight. And I cannot beat Raiden. Well, we go straight from the Scaramouche Wanderer, whatever the hell dude's name is. Balladia, the Bajillion other names he goes by. From his Delusion Factor thing, straight to the anti-Raiden Shogun training. And I'm going to jump straight to the hard mode. Because I believe if we do the hard mode, we don't need to do the easy mode. We only need to do one of them. I screwed it up already. Okay, let's try the easy mode then. I still think I'm going to need to do the hard mode at some point, but maybe not. And it does appear like we don't have the hard version, but we do have the fighting version. And that was very nice and easy. Oh my god, there's more to the quest. I have the whole Sayu stuff. Oh my god, can we not do this? I am getting very much over spamming dialogue. I actually don't even know why I'm spamming this dialogue because I can't even finish this quest. But I am pretty sure we are almost up to the point we fight Signora. So I guess let's just get up to that point. We won't obviously fight her, but we'll just get to the point right before we do. Because it should only be another couple minutes, maybe, hopefully. If I need to do anything else except just go talk to Kujo-Sara, because I believe that's the next bit, and that's right before the Signora fight. So if I need to do anything else aside from that right now, I am not going to. Nope, we're getting Yoimiya's help. Nah, screw that. I don't need to complete this quest today. We can't even complete it, so no thank you. I'm done. I have been doing too much quests. I don't want to do any more quests. We're not doing this anymore today. I will finish the rest of all of that substantially later when I actually have characters that can beat the Raiden Shogun. Catherine, stop giving me quests. I literally just went on a rant about being done with quests. I don't want any more. Hey, I mean, we do get a not intertwined equate fate because we hit AR44. So that's something. And maybe, no, we don't get anything. Awesome. I probably should do a little bit of farming today, considering my resin is capped and I have done no farming. So let me have a look. What's the Mora situation? 3 million. That could be a lot higher. So I think while I should go farm bosses because I will need bosses for character levels, I will need Mora more. So let's go finish the day off with 3 Mora leyline runs. We won't actually be able to level anything up today, which is unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to level stuff up, but everything is closed. And as I've mentioned before, I am away, so I won't be able to do any more farming. I need to get this video out, so I can't just wait till tomorrow to do more farming. Not that that would change anything, because all the stuff I need to farm isn't even open tomorrow. It's all open the day after that, and I'm already away at that point, so it's not really helpful. Well, there we go. There is 3 more ley lines done. I will need to do a lot more farming for just about everything, which I will hopefully do most of before we hit AR45, although I doubt it considering we're almost there. We're like halfway through AR44, but I'll see what we can do. I'll remember to farm the drops I actually need to farm when they're open. The 3 days of the week they are open, and the days where the stuff I need to farm aren't open, we will farm boss shops and more level up books, anything else I need to get. And then I guess we just have to wait for a Nicole, Durin, Varka, Lohan, literally anyone else to continue on with the Inazuma Archon quest. Because at this point, there's no point continuing it, and I don't want to sit here spamming dialogue for another half an hour. So, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you liked the video, go check out the last video on Hexerei Only, where we did the first bit of the Inazuma Archon quest. And with that being said, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good. Bye.